We have to do this. A bit of a hill. His mother said, if you're coming to school, you got to bring your sister because they have to go and work in the fields. So this kid carries his 1-year-old sister everywhere. A lot of those kids don't eat in the morning. A lot of those kids, the only place they do eat is at that school.
I thought going up that mountain, Mary's meals can reach everywhere that there's a hungry child.
You see what happens after a simple meal? It just came to life.
Love reaches everywhere.
Parkview Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walking clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels. Parkview Sports Medicine. Become more.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express Walk-In Clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Call 260-266-4007 for more information.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Someday, you'll get your knee replaced. Someday, a new hip. Someday can be sooner than you think. At Parkview Ortho Hospital, we want to help you get moving again. So we offer a full range of options for joint pain, including outpatient joint replacements and personalized solutions. It's time to reclaim your life at Parkview Ortho Hospital, because someday is today. Learn more at parkview.com/ortho. Parkview, we believe in better.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead Girls Golf Team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Keep it 100.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Bahoney Arena on the campus of Northside High School. I'm Thad Goff, bringing you the broadcast. Denise Blaine is my camera operator, and we are here for this matchup between the Northside Legends and the Concordia Cadets. We got the girls taking the court first, part of a doubleheader here at Northside High School. The boys will play shortly after this game gets done. It is senior night here at Northside High School, and the Legends are going to be honoring 2 seniors on their roster. That's the total of seniors they have on the roster. They got Marissa Kiesler going to be honored tonight. I believe Erica Lopez is the other senior. Now, she is listed on as a junior on the roster. However, she is listed on it as a senior on a roster I was sent earlier today. However, two athletes about to be honored. I do believe we will see shortly as the senior night events unfold. Other than that, it's primarily a young team, a lot of juniors, 3 juniors on this team, and 4 freshmen. Michael Wallace is the head coach at Northside. He is a Northside graduate, played under head coach Bahoney of the boys basketball team, the late Bahoney, who passed away, I believe it was 2019 when he passed away. And if Northside were to get a win tonight, it would be a huge victory. This Concordia team that they're taking on comes in at 14-7 on the year. They're one of their last 3. However, they've won some big games during the course of this season, including a home win against Mishawaka Marion. That was a hard-fought game, an upset win for the Cadets. And they also knocked off Snyder. That was a hard-fought game. 49-47 was the final score, and I believe Concordia was down about 9 at one point during that game. But they were able to come back and get the win over a really well-coached Snyder team, and a Snyder team that's playing well. They're going to be taking on Carroll tonight. That's starting not too long from now. But like I said, if Northside were to win this game, it would be a huge game and perhaps a boost for the confidence of these athletes. Northside has only won once so far this season. Won once all of last season, but again, Michael Wallace, the head coach, he's a former Northside. He himself is a Northside alum, so he certainly knows what it's like to play at Northside and now to coach at Northside. He's in his 2nd season as the head coach, got a lot of experience as an AAU coach with Lady Legit, and also was an assistant coach under Mark Redding of the Carroll Chargers. Like I said, they're in action against Snyder tonight over at Kilmer Court on the campus of Snyder High School. That's not too far from here. These schools are not too far from each other. Concordia, that's really just a drive down Coliseum and onto Anthony Boulevard if Northside were to go there, but for Concordia to come here, it's a drive down Coliseum and a left turn onto Coliseum Boulevard off of St. Anthony to get to Northside High School. And they can go up to Coldwater Road and turn there. You got options of how to get here if you're Concordia. Anyway, as of yesterday, Fort Wayne Community Schools, which Northside is a part of, is allowing a limited amount of fans into the arena. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, I believe they're allowing 2 fans per athlete. 2 fans per athlete is the way they're doing it. So, starting to allow fans back in the arenas slowly but surely. So we certainly are thankful for that. And obviously, different schools have done that a little bit differently. Some schools have allowed fans, some schools have not. But Fort Wayne Community Schools, like I said, starting to allow fans back again as of yesterday. That was when that changed. So, and I can tell that we've got fairly, considering the COVID restrictions that have been put in place lately, it's a fairly packed crowd. Not necessarily what you would normally call a packed crowd, but in the days of COVID, what we have tonight could be considered packed. Of course, most of that fans are sitting in front of me, and they're kind of under a little bar and railing in front of us. That's why you can't see them. Anyway, we'll go ahead and get in a word from some of our sponsors that allow us to come out and do these games that we get to do here on SummitCitySports.com. Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260Sports, like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Kelly Automotive Group is Indiana's #1 automotive group with over 1,000 new vehicles and 500 pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Please visit DriveKelly.com. Simple, transparent, and reliable. Tom Steele Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years, and they will help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services like brakes, wheel alignments, engine diagnostics, and more. Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Like their Facebook pages for updated promotions and enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish. You're invited to join ProFed Credit Union, where we get to know you to better serve you. Sign up online in 5 minutes or stop by a branch. Join ProFed today and start owning your financial future at profedcu.org. At Ottenwiller Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process from bid to build. Visit OttenwillerContracting.com for more information. Summit Volleyball trains and builds the highest quality volleyball players in the area. From ages 5 to 18, our players are equipped with elite-level skills and a foundation of life skills. Jump on board. Together we can reach the summit. Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning is dedicated to providing the best possible solution for your home or business. A system and solution that fits your unique needs. Visit AndersonCoolHeat.com. Well, it looks like we're going to have our Senior Day festivities, so we'll turn things over to our PA announcer for now here at Northside High School.
Before we begin, we would like to take a moment to recognize two of the seniors that are true Lady Legends. And to start, we're actually going to read a quick poem that was written by our third senior that could not be here tonight. And it's not so much of a poem, just as a statement to her lady fellow seniors. Dear Senior Lady Legends, as a senior, we have come such a long way. After all the struggles and the pain, the tears, the laughs and the victories, at last we can all shout and say that we have made it to our final basketball game in high school. Our last game playing as a team. Our last game bringing the juice. Our last game helping each other. Our last game shouting, "Get it back, Erica and Marissa." Our last game saying as a team, "Good job and don't give up." I will always cherish these memories with you guys. You guys shine just like diamonds, and so will your careers after high school. No pressure, no diamond. Lugina Bazil, to the Senior Lady Legends. The first senior that we are honoring here tonight in our presence is Erica Lopez. She is being escorted by Mary and Eric Lopez. Her accomplishments, one of them is being in the top 50 of her class at Northside High School. Last year, she won the Dale Dorfler Mental Attitude Award. Her plans next year are to go to PFW for pre-med and playing rugby for the city's team. Her favorite memory, the Leo game, her freshman year. Overall, just being on JV in freshman year, the closeness of the team, it made it feel like family. Words of advice: be patient and persistent and never give up. Erica Lopez. And the last senior that we're honoring tonight is Marissa Kiesler. She is being escorted by John and Audrey Kiesler. Accomplishments at Northside are champions together, member and student leader, a varsity soccer player all 4 years. She's lettered in basketball 2 out of her 3 years. Awards she's received: Most Improved Soccer, Best Defensive Player in Soccer, and the Skills USA Culinary Regional Medal. Her future plans are looking into business and baking and pastry arts internships and apprenticeships. Her favorite memory: her sophomore year, her old teammate shot a free throw sitting down and got the whole team El Azteca for practice. Words of advice: listen and take in the words of advice you are given, and always have fun. Marissa Kiesler. Seniors, we thank you for the years of dedication to Northside athletics. Thank you.
At this time, we ask that you please stand and remove your hats as we honor our country with the playing of our national anthem. And now for our starting lineups. First, for the cadets. The first lady cadet up tonight is number 10, Rhea Kaczynski. Followed by number 13, Ladin Betts. In the middle, number 24, Annika Nelson. Next up in the lineup, number 44, Grace Hedke. And last among the cadets, number 55, Shantice Craig. And now for your Northside legends. Coming in at 5'8", a senior, number 33, Marissa Kiesler. Coming in at 5'7", a junior, number 5, Felicia Smith. Following her at 5'6", a freshman, number 10, Olivia Jones. Coming in at 5'8", another freshman, number 11, Anaya Woodson. And last but certainly not least, coming in at 5'8", a senior, number 42, Erica Lopez. The officials for this evening's game, or this afternoon's game, depending on what you call it, are Samuel Rooney, Randy Miller, and Philip Deutsch. Have a good game, girls.
Well, those are the starting lineups, and by the way, I got to reach out to Michael Wallace before this game, and he had this to say about Concordia, and I quote, "We expect Concordia to play a smart game. I have much respect for the head coach. He will have his team ready to play. With that being said, even though we are a young team, we must play just as smart. If we can protect the basketball, we will have a good chance to compete." It's Michael Wallace talking about this Concordia team, and head coach Dave Miller had some words regarding Northside as well. He said, and I quote, "Northside has good quickness. We want to come out and play with a lot of energy and good execution on both ends of the floor." So words from both coaches leading up to this game as we're just about to get underway, and Shantice Craig wins the tip into the hands of Rhea Kaczynski. Hedke feeds it inside. Craig with great position, and she puts it home. And Concordia starts off with a 2-0 lead. We get a quick whistle. Like something fell down on the floor. Maybe a piece of trash, I'm not sure. But either way, we're right back at it. And Concordia with the early 2-0 lead. Didn't take much time for Shantice Craig to get going. And there's a turnover off the hands of Felicia Smith. And the Cadets will take over. I mentioned before the game, it's just a short drive for Concordia. All they have to do is really drive down Anthony Boulevard, take a left turn onto Coliseum, They got some options as to where they can turn. They can turn onto Spy Run or turn onto Coldwater. Either way, one of those roads should get them to Northside. That pass is tipped and knocked out of bounds. Good defense there. I think that was Smith who nearly forced the turnover, but she knocked it out of bounds, so Concordia keeps the possession. Headkey with the inbound to Kaczynski. Concordia's head coach Dave Miller has won 2 state championships in his career. And a big highlight from last year's 14-10 season was when Concordia upset Angola in the sectional semifinal. Shantice Craig trying to muscle her way in, and she gets fouled. Craig is the leading scorer on this Concordia team. I remember he was a big concern for head coach Kevin Clopton at Northrop as they were just about to head to a game against Concordia in a matter of days after they took care of Leo in the opener. Craig a little bit long on that free throw. Got a number of games going on our Summit City Sports network, if you will. Looks like Southside and Dwenger are just about to tip off. Homestead's out to a 14-7 lead over Northrop. That free throw no good. 0 for 2 goes Craig, and Zara Nokour with the rebound. Back come the Legends the other way. This is Woodson. Has the shot blocked by Craig. She gets it to Kaczynski, and Kaczynski has to slow it down to preserve the possession. They feed it inside for Nelson. Nelson had trouble with it, and she turns it over into the hands of Nokour. Back the other way down the floor comes Woodson, and I believe she was fouled. Looked like in the act of shooting. And they're going to call the foul on Grace Headkey. And it was in the act of shooting. So some key free throws early in the game for Anaya Woodson. Just a 2-0 score so far. Concordia with the lead. But Northside gets on the board on this possession. I beg your pardon, that's Olivia Jones able to knock down both of those free throws. And we've got a tie ball game, 2 apiece early on. Kaczynski way out beyond the arc, and she feeds it back over to Headkey. One thing worth mentioning, Annika Nelson is playing without the wrist brace. So hopefully she's doing okay. This is a jump ball meanwhile. Possession arrow will give it back to Northside. Tied at 2 apiece here in the first quarter. We have got 6:23 to play. Woodson looking to get inside, trying to kick it out, and she does get it outside to Jelia Page. Page working her way around the perimeter. She's got a screen there from Smith. She'll use that screen. Loose ball, out of bounds. It'll stay with Northside. Kaczynski with nice hustle there, but unable to get the turnover. And a timeout has been called by head coach Michael Wallace. It's a 30-second timeout. And while they take a timeout, I beg your pardon, it was not Concordia who took the timeout. It was Northside who took the timeout. But while they take a timeout, we will get in a word from some more of our sponsors that allow us to do these games that we get to do. El Azteca Mexican Restaurant has been a Fort Wayne favorite since 1973. El Azteca Mexican recipes are sure to tantalize your taste buds. Visit elaztecarestaurant.com. iCryo specializes in whole-body cryotherapy, body sculpting, cryofacials, infrared sauna, and compression therapy services. Check out Jalen Smith's signature location, located on Coliseum Boulevard by Blaze Pizza. A 2-0 lead for Concordia. So far, the only basket of the game belongs to Shantice Craig. But an elongated possession here for the Legends with 6:04 to go in this first quarter. Beg your pardon, that was the only made field goal of the game. Olivia Jones does have a couple of made free throws. She looks for space, threw it off the foot of a defender. That was actually Woodson. This is Jones who nails the three. Olivia Jones with all 5 points so far, and here comes London Betts down the floor. Was looking for Craig on the inside. Now they get it to her. Craig one-on-one, spins her way in and scores. Nice move to the basket there by Shantice Craig. She's up to 4 points in the game. And a steal taken away by Kaczynski. Kaczynski trying to beat the pack, and she drew the foul. Looked like it was on the shot.
Foul on number 23.
They're going to say it was not on the shot. But it will still be Concordia ball. Try to lob it into Nelson. They do. Hedke looking down low, finds Kaczynski just inside the free throw line. Tough shot by Hedke, well defended on the double team. Page was one of the two who helped to bring that double team, but it's knocked out of bounds by Northside. Double dribble is called before the shot. It's going to go right back to Northside as they lead at 5-4 over Concordia. Two schools that are not very far apart from each other. It's a very short drive for Concordia to come here. Poked away. London Betts with the active hands, and I think she was fouled coming in transition.
Foul on number 11, her first team's third.
They're going to call that foul on Anaya Woodson. Floater by Nelson, no good. And back the other way come the Legends. This is Woodson. Looking inside, she's got Nokor posted up against Craig, and Craig takes it away. Betts finds Nelson. Pull-up jumper from the baseline, no good. Legends get it across the timeline, but it's turned over by Woodson. And Michael Wallace is going to dig into his bench during this stoppage in play. He's going to call on Zaria Davis. Nope, she's going to wait before she comes in. Probably the next stoppage when she gets to come in. Kaczynski leaning in, no good. They didn't call a foul. There was a whole lot of contact there. Give her credit for playing through it. And then Grace Hedke left wide open, and she drains a three to give Concordia the lead. You give a shooter like Hedke that much space, she can make you pay for that. It's the first three of the game for Concordia. They're up 7-5. The feed to Woodson. She'll use the baseline. Gets a defender in the air. Count the basket and a foul. Anaya Woodson on the board for the first time, and she can give the Legends the lead. So it's a second team foul on Concordia. And they got Nelson for that foul. Annika Nelson. Nelson, a sophomore, 6 foot flat, small forward, and the rebound pulled down there by Kaczynski. Kaczynski also runs cross country at Concordia. Can't help but wonder if we'll get to see her on the track field come springtime. That's a travel, meanwhile. And it goes right back to the Legends, either on the track or maybe we'll see her on the softball diamond. Her dad, Eric Kaczynski, the former boys freshman basketball coach at Concordia, is in attendance tonight. Little lob pass over to Page, and meanwhile this is Woodson. Woodson trying to get inside. Little step back jumper, that's a 2 if it goes. Offensive board, putback is no good. Betts hands that one off to Craig. Craig looking to go to work, and she missed the floater. She got her own miss and then lost the ball, but Betts recovered. Nice play by London Betts to keep the possession alive for Concordia. She gets that one over to Grace Hedke. Hedke fakes the pass. Wanted the step back three there, it looked like. Kaczynski off the fake, gets it back out to Chastity Craig. And here's Hedke with a defender on her. Finds Kaczynski open on the inside, and she scores, and Concordia takes the lead. Woodson across the timeline. She gets a screen from Nakor. That's Paige, or rather Davis from downtown, and that three goes out of bounds. We've got 2:16 to play here in this first quarter. That's the Concordia boys team that's walking up the bleachers, as Northside will bring some full court pressure. That's nearly stolen away, but Hedke just barely got it to London Betts. Kaczynski the feed inside looking for Nelson. Nelson able to stay with it. The lean-in shot no good. Second chance is good. Annika Nelson sticking with it. Now she doesn't have the brace around her right wrist, although she does have some tape around that wrist, so maybe she's still a little bothered by that. Woodson trying to find her shot. It's blocked. Annika Nelson got both hands, it looked like, on that thing. Kaczynski finds Nelson on the baseline. Nelson uses the baseline and then finds Betts. Kaczynski wanted the three. Good closeout, though, by Paige. And she finds Nelson curling to the rim, and Nelson scores. A 6-0 run by Concordia as Nelson found all kinds of space. And this ball's out of bounds. Concordia will take over as we've got 1:10 left to go in this first quarter here at Bahia Arena. Nelson will get this one across the timeline. And hold on a second. Concordia has 6 players on the floor, and now they stop time. I think that's going to be Northside basketball. The officials are going to discuss this. There were fans shouting, hey, they've got 6 players on the floor, and I just took a moment to count how many they had there, and well, at the time, Concordia did have 6 on the floor. They've got 5 now. I honestly don't think I've ever seen a situation where a team had 6 players on the floor. I've seen 6 players on the ice in hockey, if you count the goalie. That's going to essentially be a technical foul.
Technical foul, brought about by having 6 players. 2 shots.
So Olivia Jones is going to go to the free throw line because Concordia had 6 players on the court. And Jones is able to take advantage.
Jones makes it first.
Jones is the top scorer for Northside in this game. Missed that one, though. She goes 1 for 2. She's got 8 points in the game, and this is going to be Northside ball. Now, there have been plenty of situations I've seen in football where players had too many men on the field. Oh, there's Nelson with a takeaway, jumped in front of the passing lane. Well, speaking of football, she played that like a safety and got the takeaway. It's a 7-point lead for the Cadets. That's taken away by Chastity Craig. They get up the floor. Nelson was open, had it blocked, trying to stay with it, and she comes up with a loose ball. The feed to Shantice Craig, 1-on-2, and Craig beats them both. You put 2 defenders on her, it doesn't always matter. Craig wins the battle. She's up to 6 points for the game. Loose ball into the hands of Shantice Craig. And Betts will bring this one across the timeline. 16 seconds on the clock. Concordia could hold for the final shot of the quarter. And it looks like they're probably going to, or maybe not. That's London Betts from the corner. No good on the 3. Rebound ripped away by Nakor, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter.
At the end of the first quarter, it's Cadets 17,
A 17-8 lead for the Cadets of Concordia. We'll be right back for the second quarter after this on SummitCitySports.com.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
About to start the second quarter. We'll update you on some of the games going on. Snyder out to a 33-16 lead over Carroll. How about them Panthers? What a start for Akila Sims' squad. They've had a great season, bouncing back from last year's 5-win campaign. Southside way out ahead of Dwenger, 21-7 is the score over there. And Bishop Luers is now up 22-11 over Wayne. Homestead is winning 29-14 over Northrop. Those are all girls' games, and I believe all those games feature doubleheaders, with boys' games to follow. This is Betts backing it out. This Concordia team has had an impressive season this year. They come into this game at 14-7. They beat Snyder earlier this year, so if you're a Concordia fan, you might like to see that Snyder is putting it on Carroll right now as Shantice Craig wins that battle around the rim. A 19-8 lead for Concordia. A good look inside to Nakor, blocked by Craig. Well, she's 6'2". She towers over a lot of the athletes that take the floor against her as that ball goes out of bounds beyond the reach of Nelson. Little half-court trap here by Concordia. That's Betts with the defense on Jones, and Jones is able to beat her to the bucket.
Number 10, Jones.
Olivia Jones has had a solid performance. She's a freshman. She's up to 8 points for this game. Tough shot underneath, no good. Knocked out of bounds, Concordia ball. Kaczynski to put it in play for the Cadets. And does get it in, but stolen away. And this is Jones who will bring this one across the timeline. She gets a screen from Nakor. But Kaczynski sticking with it. She knocked the ball away, did not get the turnover though. Olivia Jones, the freshman, sticks with it, and now she'll fire a three, and that comes up short. They get it outside to Smith. This is Jones backing it out, picked up by Kaczynski. Falling down, the Northside player, number 22, couldn't catch. I don't have a 22 on our roster, but Smith is able to knock down the three. And Northside works it to within 6. They're on a 5-0 run as they try to get back into this game. The feed inside to Kaczynski. Kaczynski lost it. That's Nakor who comes up with a steal. It's already a 2-possession game. Northside can make it a 4-point game if they get a bucket here, or make it a 3-point game with a 3. That's what they're going for, but Jones is off the mark. That was a long 3 that Olivia Jones just took. That's Nelson left open from the corner. In and out. Shantice Craig with the rebound, puts it in. Shantice Craig up to 10 points, and there's Nelson who comes up with a turnover. Nelson has a good look, but will choose not to take the shot this time, and she gets the shot on the inside instead. Annika Nelson, the dribble penetration. And her Cadets are out to a 10-point lead. That's when it looked like Northside was starting to cut into this deficit. Concordia finds the answer. Jones thought she was about to turn that over. Looked like the ball was tipped. They're looking inside for Woodson, who's one-on-one. Looks like she's guarded by Nelson. They get it to the baseline. Little shot fake there. That's Woodson, gets it to Jones. Over to Nokor. Little pull-up jumper, too strong. That's Kaczynski who comes down with the rebound. She'll get it to Nelson across the timeline. Is that going to be a three? Doesn't matter, she missed it, but she got the rebound. And Nelson recovered the ball on the baseline. That's out on the Legends. We got 3:52 to go here in this first half. It's going to be London Betts to put it in play. This team has committed just 3 fouls, so fairly clean game as far as fouls are concerned. Craig makes a move. Left-hand shot, it's good. Guard her if you can. She's 6'2" and a tough customer if you have the task of defending her. The feed inside to Page, and she puts it home. Jaliyah Page, with her first bucket of the game, gets it back to a 10-point Concordia lead, but Northside still with a long way to go to come back and win this one. Bounce pass to a wide-open Grace Headkey.
Those points for the Cadets are number 44, Headkey.
Headkey's up to 5 points. She had a 3 earlier in the game. That's Nelson with the block. Woodson stayed with it and then threw it away. She was looking for Page.
Timeout, Legends.
Pass went a little bit too far, and now Northside will call a timeout. It's a full timeout. We will take one along with them here on SummitCitySports.com.
I choose to do whole body cryotherapy after practices, games, and training. It reduces inflammation in my muscles and allows me to move more agile throughout my profession. I became a believer in iCryo after my severe injury in college at Notre Dame, tore my ACL, and I was looking for ways to recover, ways to get back on the field. So I'm thankful for iCryo.
27-15, Concordia with the lead over Northside. As we have got 3:07 left to play in this first half here at Bahia Arena. This is named after the legendary head coach Bahia, the former Northside boys basketball coach. And, if I'm not mistaken, I believe he played his high school ball at Concordia. As someone who works for a Lutheran ministry called Worship Anew, I happen to know that he's got a lot of respect in the Lutheran community. In fact, our staff paid recognition for him not too long ago. Nelson drives inside and puts it home. Annika Nelson's up to 10 points. Got to cover some of her AAU games earlier this year. Did Betts touch that? Apparently not. Concordia does take over with a 14-point lead. This is the largest the lead has been for the Cadets in this game. Northside briefly had a couple of leads, but those did not last long. Well, shot fake by Betts, couldn't put it in. Craig rebounds her own miss. Second chance wouldn't go, and is that going to be over the back on Craig? They're walking the other way, so it looks like that's what it is.
Foul number 55.
Indeed, it is Craig. That's her first and the fourth team foul against Concordia. Snyder is now up 40-22 over Carroll. they are putting it on the Chargers right now. And that's a good Carroll team, by the way. The feed inside. Tough catch by Page. Going for the steal is Chastity Craig. And it's a jump ball. Possession arrow gives it right back to the Legends. Felicia Smith looking to put it in play, and she finds Nakor. Pass is knocked away off the hands of Betts and out of bounds. It goes right back to the Legends. 2:11 to play in this first half as Northside tries to cut into a 14-point deficit. Dwenger closing the deficit a little bit. They're down 23-15 now. It was 21-7 early on. That pass stolen by Hedke. And Hedke will get this one across the timeline. Hedke on the drive. Dribbled that off her foot and out of bounds. As soon as we can, we'll try to get you updates on the games between Lures and Wayne as well as Homestead versus Northrop. Here's the inbound to Smith. Jones with the pass, looking for Nakor, and it's out of bounds. And Concordia, will take over. Minute 59 to go. This is Betts who will bring this one across the timeline. Gets past Woodson, puts it up in the lane and scores. One thing about Dave Miller's teams is they usually don't give up a whole lot of points. So far, I've only given up 15 against this Northside team. That's poked away by Craig, and looks like she knocked it out of bounds. Yes, she did. That's Chastity Craig, by the way. Shantice is getting a breather right now. When we get inside the final minute, we'll see if that changes. As Woodson was looking for the lob inside to Nakor, and getting in front of her was Hedke. Nelson slows it down. She had two defenders on her. And now Hedke has the look from the outside, but couldn't hit the three. Craig had it ripped away. Hedke trying to throw it off a bunch of defenders down there, but that doesn't work. And Woodson will get this one across the timeline. Poked away, and that's Kaczynski with the steal. Taking it to the glass, and she's fouled. The theft by Rhea Kaczynski. And she will head to the line to shoot two. They call that foul on Jones, Olivia Jones. That's the fourth team foul on Northside. Neither team is in the bonus, and the upside of that is we haven't had a whole lot of fouls. It's been a pretty clean game. And Kaczynski nails the first free throw. Bishop Luers leading Wayne 32-11 at halftime, and Homestead's up 29-19 over Northrop. I believe Northrop has won their last two meetings against Homestead. Kaczynski hits them both. Woodson across the timeline, gets around the screen from Nakor, and feeds it to her. Nakor kicks it out, and she's going to be called for traveling. That might have been, not sure if that was Greg Friend or Craig Patterson. Those guys are both varsity assistants, but whichever one it was had some words for the players. As Nelson is picked up by Jones. Get it into Craig. 1-on-2. Craig gathers, had it knocked away. The Northside crowd wanted a double dribble, but it doesn't matter. The Legends come up with the turnover. Woodson feeds it back outside to Jones. Jones on the drive, crowded by defenders, and she walked. .1 left to play in this first half. It's Concordia with an 18-point lead, 33-15, and we'll see if they hold for the final shot of the half. So far, it looks like that's what they might do, or maybe not. They get it into Craig, and Craig gets fouled. 7.2 left to go in the half.
Foul on number 24, her first, team's fifth.
Craig missed her first couple of free throws earlier in this game. I believe those are the only free throws she's shot so far. See if she can cash in on this trip to the line. She gets the first one. Both Craig and Nelson have scored in double figures. Nelson's up to 10, Craig is up to 11. Her second free throw rattles in. Puts Craig at 12 points. That pass almost stolen by Kaczynski. The feed to Nakor. Can she get it off? She throws it into the backcourt, and that's the end of the half. A 20-point lead for Concordia at the end of the first half. Northside was in this game early on, but then Concordia started to run away as we get in a word from our sponsors that allow us to come out and do these games that we get to do here on SummitCitySports.com. Parkview Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana. Our specialized sports medicine team offers direct access to physical therapy and sports physicians in our new Parkview Ortho Express clinic located at the Parkview Sport One Fieldhouse. No referral is needed, saving you both time and money. Visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more.
Located inside the Sports One Parkview Fieldhouse.
A 35-15 lead for Concordia here at Bahia Arena. We will be right back after this break here on SummitCitySports.com.
We have to do this. A bit of a hill. His mother said, if you're coming to school, you got to bring your sister because they have to go and work in the fields. So this kid carries his 1-year-old sister everywhere. A lot of those kids don't eat in the morning. A lot of those kids, the only place they do eat is at that school.
I thought going up that mountain, Mary's meals can reach everywhere that there's a hungry child.
You see what happens after a simple meal? It just came to life.
Love reaches everywhere.
Parkview Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walk-in clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels. Parkview Sports Medicine. Become more.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Call 260-266-4007 for more information.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Someday, you'll get your knee replaced. Someday, a new hip. Someday can be sooner than you think. At Parkview Ortho Hospital, we want to help you get moving again. So we offer a full range of options for joint pain, including outpatient joint replacements and personalized solutions. It's time to reclaim your life. at Parkview Ortho Hospital, because someday is today. Learn more at parkview.com/ortho. Parkview, we believe in better.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Keep it 100.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
It's halftime here at By-Hay Arena on the campus of Northside High School. Concordia leading 35-15 this first game of our girls and boys doubleheader. Concordia girls with the 20-point lead, and we'll get on a quick word from our sponsors at Parkview Sports Medicine. At Parkview Sports Medicine, it is game on. We serve every level of athlete with our integrated sports medicine team, including the region's only specialized athletic rehab facility. Learn more about our services by logging on to parkviewsportsmedicine.com. 35-15 Concordia on top of Northside as we are at halftime. We'll take a look at some of our replays brought to you by Traction Athletic Performance. One of the big-time performers for Concordia tonight has been Shantice Craig. She's up to 12 points. They get it to her here, and Craig able to go to work. Little spin cycle there, and she's able to get to the bucket and make it a one-point game. Northside had the lead at that point, but that did not last long. And here's another one of Craig's impressive plays. This time they had 2 defenders on her, and Shantice Craig was able to get it over both of them. It is a 9-point lead at a time, and like I said, she's got 12 points. She's the leading scorer for the Cadets, and one of the other top players in this game so far has been Annika Nelson. Here she is, kind of curling to the rim, gets plenty of space to drive the basket. She's up to 10 points in the game, but Nelson would have another fine play not long after that. A little defense turning into offense. Beg your pardon, that's not the right one. We'll get the right one here in just a second. Here we go. Yeah, shortly after the inbound, Northside would turn it over, and this is exactly how that happened. Nelson jumping in front of the passing lane. She gets the turnover, takes it to the bucket. And Concordia had a 15-8 lead at that point. Nelson up to 10 points. So look at our game statistics for you. As I said, Shantice Craig leads the Cadets in scoring with 12. Annika Nelson has 10 points. Rhea Kaczynski has 4. Grace Hedke has 5. London Betts has 2. Leading scorer for Northside is Olivia Jones with 8. Felicia Smith has 3. Anaya Woodson has 2. Jelia Page also has 2. Now I'll update you on some of the scores around the area and some of our other games. Homestead leads Northrop 41-34. Lures leading Wayne 45-20. That's turned into a runaway over at Wayne High School. Try to get you some other updates as we go along, but for now, we'll be back after this break on SummitCitySports.com.
Excited about the place that it put us, and the quarantine hit, and we knew we had guys that were going to work hard at home, but just the idea that we could get a lot of them together working hard at a location where people know what they're doing was really beneficial. And I think that training did a great job for those guys to kind of get the ball rolling for them, and they came back in the end of June, early July, and it's like they hadn't missed a beat. They were flexible, they were fast, and ready to lift and run and start playing football, so it was a huge benefit for us.
To gain an edge on your competition, it starts with a free one-on-one performance assessment. Call 260-266-4007. Parkview Sports Medicine. Become more.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Someday, you'll get your knee replaced. Someday, a new hip. Someday can be sooner than you think. At Parkview Ortho Hospital, we want to help you get moving again. So we offer a full range of options for joint pain, including outpatient joint replacements and personalized solutions.
Welcome back to Bahia Arena. It is a 20-point lead for Concordia as Nelson has the shot blocked on the interior. And Olivia Jones will come right back the other way. She feeds that one to the corner. Looking for Nokor, and that's knocked away. Headkey comes up with it. 1-on-2, trying to get to the bucket. She goes down and feeds it out to Betts. Craig is there, and Craig couldn't put it in, but her putback is good. Shantice Craig able to get the bucket on the inside. She's up to 14 points for the game. Concordia with a 12-point lead over Northside here at Bahia Arena. Little shot fake there. That's Woodson. Contested by Nelson, and Craig comes down with the board and almost turned it over. Felicia Smith got right in the passing lane and almost took that ball away. This is London Betts across the timeline. She's picked up by Woodson, and Aya Woodson, and Betts with the blow-by. Kaczynski the rebound, and she scores. Check that, Craig. Shantice Craig with the bucket. She's up to 16 points. And here's Jones. She's guarded by Craig, and there's a foul. I think that's going to be on Shantice Craig. And it will be Northside basketball. That's Kaczynski's second personal foul. Ball's poked away, and the Cadets come up with it. That's Headkey. She slows it down across the timeline and gets that one over to Kaczynski. Craig was open on the inside. Now she's surrounded by two defenders. Now only one around her. They get it to her. And that's going to be traveling called on Craig. That basket will not count. They get it across the timeline into the hands of Jones. Jones around the screen. Almost had the ball knocked away. Kaczynski went down. She's back up on the floor, though. Back up on her feet, I should say. Woodson on the drive gets by Craig. It was blocked from behind by Craig, and she finds Nelson. Nelson racing ahead of the pack, puts it home. Annika Nelson, the transition bucket. She's up to 12 for the game, and Concordia has a 26-point lead. 41-15 the score. A little backdoor cut underneath. Ball gets loose. Going to the floor to try and get it was Kaczynski, and they find Headkey down the floor. Headkey makes a move and scores. Grace Headkey. She's up to 7 points for the game. And it's a 28-point lead for Concordia. They've kept Northside scoreless so far in this half, and we get a whistle and a foul. 5:07 to play in regulation, or in the third quarter, I should say. Checking out some of the scores of the other games that are going on here on Summit City Sports. Carroll is making it a ball game. They're within 6 against Snyder. 45-39 is the score over there. Well, Lures looks like they're running away with it. 49-22 is the score. They lead Wayne. Northrop cut into the deficit. They trail Homestead 46-39. Loose ball. Who's got it? Craig got it up off the deck. And here's Hedke on the drive. She's going to be called for a carry. I was saying earlier, if you're a Concordia basketball fan, you would like seeing that Snyder was out ahead of Carroll, but it's a ball game, as I've said before, and it's now a 4-point game, by the way, 45-41. Those Chargers aren't going away. Jones missed the shot on the inside. Outlet to Nelson. It's off her hand, and she could not save it. Inbound goes to Davis. Page comes across the timeline. Has that ball knocked away. Betts comes up with a turnover. Gets to the bucket. No good. Olivia Jones with the rebound for the Legends. Good defense by Betts on her. Can Jones get this across the timeline? And there's a foul called on Betts. Well, you like the job she was doing defensively, except for the foul. Had a chance to force a 10-second violation. That's the third team foul, by the way, against Concordia in this half. They lead it by 28, 43-15 the score. Davis backs it out, gets it to Smith. That's stolen away. A little one-hand snag there by Nelson. Nelson trying to get to the bucket, and she's fouled. The one-handed steal. Well, Nelson will be at the free throw line, and that last steal is worth another look. We'll get you a look at that right now. Look, Ma, one hand. And a good job by Nelson to get to the bucket. She's got a couple of steals already in this game and got herself a trip to the free throw line there. She's got 2 points this half, make it 3 on that free throw. (44-15), the Cadets on top by 29, make it 30. And Nelson is up to 14 points for the game. And some subs check into the game for Northside. I believe that's Soraya Davis, who just checked in for the Legends. She gets around the screen from Marissa Kiesler. Kiesler was one of the 2 seniors recognized during our senior night festivities as we get the ball just went out of bounds actually against Northside, so Concordia will take over. Michael Wallace expressing some displeasure with the referee. And of course that's part of basketball. There's always going to be those coach versus referee arguments, shall we say. The feed inside to Nelson, and she gets fouled. Another trip to the free throw line for Annika Nelson.
Foul on number 1, her first, team second.
The 6-foot flat sophomore gets herself a trip to the line. It's a 30-point lead for Concordia. And Nelson has been solid these last couple of trips to the stripe. Second one, no good. Nokor with the rebound. And for the record, I said that she had been solid, Nelson had, from the free throw line. I did not say that she was automatic or anything like that. But that's a turnover by the Legends, and the Cadets will take over up by 31. Northside has yet to score here in this second half. And this Concordia team, they don't make it easy for you to score. They play great defense. They don't give up a lot of points on a night-in, night-out basis. Tough shot on the interior, and a foul going to be on north side. That'll send Shelby Schlicker to the line.
Foul number 33.
They call the foul on Kiesler.
Our first, team's third.
And Schlicker, a 5'8 senior, takes a trip to the free throw line for the Cadets. Could not quite cash in on that free throw. .330 to go in this third quarter. One for two goes Schlicker. No full court pressure put on this time by the Cadets. The Legends will get this across the timeline rather easily. That's Davis who hands that one off to Kiesler. Kind of zip that bounce pass into the hands of Smith. Contested shot, that's good.
2 points to the Legends by 22, Cheney.
I believe that was Cheney who got the bucket there for Northside. A little shot fake there by Schlicker. Shantice Craig gets the feed from Chastity Craig. Defender falls down, and it's an offensive foul.
Foul number 55, her third, team's fourth.
By the way, that was Tasia Cheney who got the bucket there for Northside, their first of the second half. This is Davis. Feeds that one off to Cheney. Cheney backs it out. She's got Schlicker guarding her. Cheney will use the baseline. Not a lot of space down there. And somehow she got it to Erica Lopez. That jumper's too strong, and Craig able to get the rebound. That was Chastity Craig, and the Cadets get it to Headkey up the floor. Nelson fakes, goes to the basket, and puts it home. 17 points for Nelson. She leads all Concordia scores. That was almost a turnover, but Kiesler was able to recover. Here's Cheney. Backs it out, was trying to go baseline. Davis feeds it inside, looking for Lopez, and the pass goes out of bounds. Got a minute 43 left to go here in this third quarter, and the Cadets will take over up by 32. Carroll has taken the lead against Snyder, 47-45. Snyder had a double-digit lead. They had an 18-point lead, as I recall, not long ago. But Carroll has come all the way back, trying to complete the come-from-behind victory. The feed inside, Betts off the fake, backs it out. And as it's stolen away, no, actually, Smith stepped out of bounds. Never had control of the ball, and it's going to stay with Concordia. Got a minute 17 to go in the game, and Betts will put it in play for the Cadets. Got some more basketball on the way for you tomorrow. I know I will be at Blackhawk Christian for their game against Woodland. That's a 6:30 start. It was originally scheduled to start at 7:30. Nelson traveled. The lob to Nokour, and she feeds it back outside to Jones. Cheney trying to get it inside. Loses her footing, goes for the ball. Who's got it? It's a jump ball. Possession arrow will keep it with Northside, I believe. And yes, it will. Well, Homestead starting to pull away from Northrop. They're up 60-40 in that one. This is Cheney along the baseline. And a foul is called. No, a timeout is called. Michael Wallace calls the timeout there, and while they take a timeout, we'll take one as well. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Empowered Sports Club, Fort Wayne's premier multi-sport facility and home to Empowered Volleyball Academy. With the deepest and most experienced coaching staff in the region, we've had a 100% college recruiting success rate for the last 6 years. Be sure to register for upcoming tryouts at our regular location and our new satellite program, Empowered OBC. If you're looking for a place where you can not only play volleyball, but call home, look no further than Empowered.
(49-17) Concordia with the lead over Northside. Now, I'll get you some updates on some of the other games going on around the area. It's a single-digit game. Southside leading Dwenger 41-33. Archers just scored in that one. It's a blowout at Wayne. Bishop Luers over Wayne 56-31 in the fourth quarter in that one. And Homestead is up 60-40 on Northrop. But it is a ball game over at Snyder. Carroll leads that one 50-47 after they were down double digits not long ago. They're actually down by 18 points at one point in that game. Cheney lobs that one into Nakor, looking to go to work against Nelson. That's no good, and Nelson reaches over to get the rebound. Nelson out ahead of the pack. She can fly, and she is fouled. Well, she gets the ball and goes quick in transition when she forces those turnovers.
Foul on number 10, her second, team's fourth.
And that free throw rattles out from Nelson. Second free throw's good. And Nelson's up to 18 points. Concordia has outscored Northside 15-2 here in the second half. We're down to 20 seconds. That shot is good. Tasia Cheney with the bucket. She's got all four of Northside's points in this second half so far. Nelson off the shot fake, goes to the basket along the baseline. It was blocked by Nakor. Out of bounds, Northside ball. Olivia Jones will bring this one across the timeline. Oh, we just had a whistle there. I think they need to reset the clock. They reset it to 10.7. Make that 9.7. Clock was briefly at 90.7 seconds. That, of course, would be a minute and a half, 0.7, if you want to be exact, as that ball goes out of bounds off of Nakor. Not sure if either of these head coaches teach math. I do know that there's a former boys freshman coach here in the gym who teaches math at Concordia. That's Eric Kaczynski, Rhea Kaczynski's dad. As Betts kicks that one outside. That's Kaczynski from downtown, no good on the three. And that brings us to the end of the third quarter. A quarter dominated by Concordia. They outscored Northside 15-4. Back for the fourth after this on SummitCitySports.com. Concordia outscored Northside 15-4 in the third quarter, and we are just about ready to start the the fourth quarter. The final stanza here at Northside High School, final stanza of this girls' game, that is. We've got boys basketball to follow this game. That's set to tip off about 7:30, though it may get a little later start than that. The kids usually get 20 minutes to warm up before each game. That could certainly be a fun matchup. Concordia has won some big games recently, beating Snyder and New Haven. Certainly not the best teams in the area, but those are two quality teams that Concordia was able to knock off recently. Northside forces a turnover here. Here comes Cheney down the floor. She scored all the points for Northside in that first half, but that's a jump ball. Possession arrow will keep it with Northside. By the way, that Northside boys basketball team will be coming in at 6-8 on the season. They've got plenty of great, talented athletes, a lot of young athletes. Think about Bronte Johnson. He's a freshman averaging double figures in points per game. Rashawn Bassett, Jordan Green, those a couple of sophomores averaging double figures in points per game for the Legends. Legends have been struggling the last 2 years in boys basketball, but it seems that Gary Andrews has got that team going in the right direction. Nelson off the catch and shoot. Couldn't knock down the three ball. Jelia Page with the rebound for Northside. Around the screen goes Page. Kicks that one back out to Cheney. The lob, and that's out of bounds. Looking for Page. The pass by Smith was too high. Southside had a double-digit lead not long ago, but looks like Dwinger's got back-to-back buckets. Southside's up 44-37 now in that one. Kaczynski feeds it to the corner for Craig. I believe that's Shantice Craig back in the game after committing her third foul there in the third quarter. Nice move by Nelson. Her pull-up jumper comes up short. Cheney with the rebound. Slows it down, and she'll get it across the timeline. Actually, that's Chastity Craig, number 50, who's in the game for Concordia. Tight defense there by Craig. And it's out of bounds, I think. Concordia's going to take over. They are. And they've gone final at Northrop. Homestead wins that one over the Bruins 60-41. Northrop High School's not too long a distance from here. Go down Coldwater Road and drive over the interstate. You should be there not too long. Feed inside. That's knocked away, and Betts wisely. Oh, I thought that was out on Northside, but they're going to give it to Northside. That looked like a smart play on the part of London Betts. Let that ball go out of bounds. She thought Northside touched it last, and she would have had a good argument, but instead, Northside keeps the possession. Nobody scored here in the fourth quarter so far. We're 2 minutes into the quarter. Smith with a tough catch, and that's almost taken away. Kaczynski with some good defense there. Jones comes up short on the three ball, and Hedke with a wide open rebound. She lofts it up the floor. Smith almost had the steal, but Nelson tracked it down. Kaczynski fighting for the loose ball. That's a jump ball. That should give the possession arrow. They gave it to Northside. I thought that Northside got the last jump ball. If that's the case, it should be Concordia ball, but nonetheless, Legends take over, down 31. That's Jones with the pull-up three, no good. Battle for the loose ball, kept alive by the Legends into the hands of Woodson. She feeds it outside to Page. Page with a left hand, no good. Kaczynski lost it out of bounds, I think. Yep, she did. It's going to be Northside ball. This is Woodson across the timeline for the Legends. Kick out to Jones. They get inside, and it's stolen away by Hedke. And then she has it tipped by Smith into the hands of Jones. Jones looking for the blow-by, and she's fouled.
Foul on number 11.
They call the foul on Lexi Panning. The free throw is good from Jones. Second one, no good. And Kaczynski comes down with the rebound for Concordia. She'll get this one across the timeline, hands that one off to Hedke. Hedke fakes the pass. She'll back that one out, the feed over to Schlicker. Schlicker was thinking about the three, chose not to take it, goes baseline. That was behind Hedke, headed out of bounds, kept in bounds, and now here come the Legends. Woodson threw it behind Jones. Jones puts it in.
2 points from the Legends, number 10, Jones.
Olivia Jones with a bucket on the interior. That's a foul called. Looks like it's on the Legends. We're going to get Woodson for that one.
Team's fifth.
It's a 15 foul against Northside. Each team has committed 5 fouls so far in this half. Neither team has gotten into the bonus at any point in this game, whether in the first half or here in the second half. Kaczynski feeds that one off to Schlicker. The pass knocked away. Craig had to chase after it. Cross-court pass. They find Schlicker. Now they get it inside to Schlicker. She loses it, and it's out of bounds back to the Legends. Well, Concordia has a 28-point lead, but they haven't scored here in the fourth quarter. They've got largely backups in the game right now. I guess as they're giving the starters a breather for the rest of the game with this being such a big lead, and it looks like Mike Wallace has taken a timeout, and he has. They've got one left, and while they take one, we'll take one as well on SummitCitySports.com.
There are tons of benefits to using compression therapy, but my favorite are speeding up muscle recovery, reducing swelling and inflammation, and improving my athletic performance.
(50-22), Concordia with the lead over Northside. 3:44 to go in regulation. As looks like Concordia is going to go to 15-7 on the season. Northside has won just once coming into this game. That ball gets loose. Craig going for the steal, and I think she knocked it out of bounds. It's going to stay with Northside. Concordia, with this 28-point lead, has yet to score in this quarter. This is the regular season finale for both teams. Sectionals are next week. Concordia is set to play Angola, and Northside is set to play East Noble. And the past, Concordia would have hosted a sectional tournament, but things have been moved around this year. I believe Concordia will be at Garrett for their sectional. And Northside, I believe, will be at DeKalb for theirs. I believe they got Grace Hedke for that foul. 6-team foul on Concordia. And it sends Sarah Nokor to the free throw line, and she's able to knock down the free throw. Nokor with her first made free throw of this game. Missed that one. We've got 3.5 to play in this one. Hedke comes across the timeline as one reason why Dave Miller brought Grace Hedke back into the game was because Concordia has yet to score here in the fourth quarter. He wants the Cadet starters to finish on a high note. The feed inside. That shot is blocked, and that's a foul. Concordia's going to keep the basketball. I think that was Hannah Zillman who got fouled. Loose ball is chased down by Kaczynski. Kaczynski will back that one out. She had Lexi Panning cutting to the basket. That ball's turned over. Well, I imagine that one thing that Dave Miller will be talking to these girls about after this game is done is, in spite of the victory, he may want them to finish better. We're getting close to sectionals. And like I said, Concordia has to take on Angola in the first round. That's a good Angola team. Now, they upset Angola at sectionals last year. But there's never a guarantee that history will repeat itself. Headkey on the drive, and she gets fouled. I mean, you hear the saying all the time, those who don't remember history are doomed to repeat it.
Foul on number 24 for a second.
And certainly there's some truth to that, but you could just as easily say that history doesn't always repeat itself. It's the 6-team foul, by the way, against the Legends, and it looks like they got Zara Nokour for that one. It's the second foul on Nokour, and now Grace Headkey will go to the charity stripe. And her free throw is no good. We got 2:25 left to go in regulation here at Northside. That second one is good, and Concordia will get their first point of the fourth quarter. That's right, they had not scored in the fourth quarter at any point in this game until that made free throw. Pull-up three is good by Olivia Jones. Olivia Jones will finish in double figures. She's hit a couple of threes in this game. Northside almost forced the turnover there. There's a tough catch there by Sydney Reynolds. That shot is good on the inside. That's off the hands of Jones, and it goes out of bounds. Concordia will take over off the turnover. Got a player down, and Dave Miller will come out to check on her. It's number 33. Unfortunately, I don't have a 33 on my roster. But she'll get a standing ovation from the crowd as Coach Miller and the trainer, I believe that might be Allie Dorfler, help her over to the bench. Schlicker with the left hand, no good. The putback, no good as well. That shot taken by Kaylin Bollinger. That's knocked away, loose ball. Jones with a recovery. Here comes Woodson down the floor. Puts it in transition. And Nia Woodson fairly quiet in this game. She's got just 4 points. They kick that one back outside to Lexi Panning. Bollinger, the feed to Schlicker. Drive to the basket, tough shot, no good by Sydney Reynolds. And the Legends take over, and it's a timeout called, I think, by Northside. Or was it called by Concordia?
Timeout called, Legends.
It's called by Northside. That's their last timeout. And we'll take one right along with them here on SummitCitySports.com.
There are tons of benefits to using compression therapy. The but my favorite are speeding up muscle recovery, reducing swelling and inflammation, and improving my athletic performance.
(53-28), Concordia on top of Northside in the fourth quarter. It looks like Concordia is going to go to 15-7 on the season. We got sectionals starting next week. If I'm not mistaken, Concordia will go to Garrett for their sectional tournament. And Northside will be part of the DeKalb sectional. That sectional, of course, features Snyder and Northrop, and I believe also Carroll, if I'm not mistaken. Feed to the inside. That shot no good. And back the other way comes the Cadets. Reynolds on the drive to the basket. Off the glass. Got it. Sidney Reynolds. Concordia had struggled to score there in the fourth quarter. But Reynolds able to get that one to go, and it's a 27-point lead. Off-balance three by Kiesler, and that one wouldn't fall. Rebound pulled down by Bollinger. Drive down the baseline, no good. I believe that was Anna Pennycamp who took the shot. And back down the floor comes Zariah Davis. Lobs it inside to Kiesler. Tough shot, no good. Rebound was chased down by Schlicker. And that's going to be the end of the game. Concordia wins this one 55-28 over Northside. They close out the regular season with the victory. 15-7 is the final record of the regular season for Concordia. And of course the final score 55-28 in Concordia's favor. Yeah, they go to 15-7, and they'll take on Angola, a team that they upset at sectionals last year in the sectional semifinal before they got to the sectional championship against Garrett. Garrett, of course, won that game, but Concordia certainly has memories of that game against Angola, which was a huge upset for the Cadets. Now, this year's Angola team, they are under new leadership, but they haven't missed too many beats. They're still putting together a good season. That'll be a huge challenge for Concordia. And Northside looking to get a playoff victory after a regular season where they won just one game in the regular season. We got a little Special Olympics going on between the girls and boys varsity games, and while that happens, we'll go ahead and announce our Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game, and that's going to be none other than Annika Nelson, leading scorer for Concordia, and she played excellent defense. If she was anywhere near the passing lane and had a chance to get a steal and create an opportunity for some transition points for her team, she was there, and she usually was able to make the play. So Annika Nelson, your Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game. Concordia will take on Angola in the first round of sectionals next week. Northside will take on East Noble in the first round of their sectional tournament. And tonight here at Bahia Arena, Concordia wins it 55-28 over Northside. We've got boys basketball coming up later on, so after this game ends, tune in later on to watch the Concordia versus Northside game. That one should start about 7:45. Until then, for my camera operator, Denise Blaine, this is Thad Goff saying so long, and we'll see you in a few as Concordia takes on Northside for boys basketball. For the girls game, the Cadets win it 55-28 on SummitCitySports.com.
Excited about the place that it put us, and the quarantine hit, and we knew we had guys that were going to work hard at home, but just the idea that we could get a lot of them together working hard at a location with people that know what they're doing was really beneficial. And I think that training did a great job for those guys to kind of get the ball rolling for them, and they came back in the end of June, early July, and it's like they hadn't missed a beat. They were flexible, they were fast, and ready to lift and run and start playing football, so it was a huge benefit for us.
To gain an edge on your competition, it starts with a free one-on-one performance assessment. Call 260-266-4007. Parkview Sports Medicine. Become more.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Someday, you'll get your knee replaced. Someday, a new hip. Someday can be sooner than you think. At Parkview Ortho Hospital, we want to help you get moving again. So we offer a full range of options for joint pain, including outpatient joint replacements and personalized solutions. It's time to reclaim your life at Parkview Ortho Hospital, because someday is today. Learn more at parkview.com/ortho. Parkview.